Hello, and welcome to another Tribal Council on Survivor Hamilton Old Meets New. As you can see, we're about to have the members of the Nevala Tribe join our video conference here, and we're going to discuss really what happened this week after they lost the immunity challenge and really had to come together to do a hard vote. The first one was really easy. They all unanimously voted Ross out. As you can see, he's in black and white there. But now the game really got real for these folks, and I'm excited for them to start joining the call here and to be asking them, really what happened and how they're liking the game so far, what surprised them, what they're looking forward to in the remainder of the game, but really just what happened with this vote. And I will just shut up for a little bit until the rest of them join. Kind of in the middle of my dinner as well, so I might just roll over there and eat a French fry. That's it. That's all I have. Oh, Wayne's joining. Awesome. Oh, hello, Wayne.
Hey, Mike. How's it going?
It's going good. How about yourself?
It's good, man. Looking forward to today.
Crazy couple days?
A lot of shenanigans, yeah. As is could be expected, right?
Yeah.
So
you're the only one on here so far, so I could just ask you. Are you? I think you were hoping for a better result on the immunity challenge. Another
100%.
Another kind of low end finish, not just for you, but for everybody on the tribe.
I think if I do that a third time, sorry to cut you off. I think if I do it a third time, though, I mean, legitimately, that puts a target on my back. 2 times is risky. A third time, I think, is a nail in a coffin.
All right, so you got to be on it next time.
Fingers crossed.
And then I got questions, so I feel like I should save them until everyone else joins.
I think there'll be good dialogue tonight.
I hope so. Yeah, people are going to be trickling in now. Jim is asking me, of course, to send him details again somehow. So I got to figure that out.
Doesn't it go to his Gmail?
Hey, Dave.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. How about yourself?
Not bad.
I'm just going to... Jim is asking for the link again.
Every time.
Every time.
I never clear the notification just so it's always up on my phone.
There we go. Sent it to him. Jim is calling my wife right now. I can hear over there. Try that. I sent him the link, and we're recording. Hey, Sheree, how's it going, man?
Good, bro. How about yourself?
Really good.
Good, man.
Did the game start for real this last couple days, or what?
It definitely did.
Dave, same thing?
Yeah, if the game's starting for real means I actually talk to everybody now, then yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like none of you guys really knew what you're getting into, and so this must have kind of felt like I don't know, just that the tension and the paranoia and everything just ramped up like instantly.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Sasha.
Hey, Sasha.
How's it going?
It's going good. How about you?
It's really good. It was my friend's birthday today, and I got to see her and play with her dog, who's really
very nice.
He's a Shiba Inu. I don't know if you're familiar.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have very distinct personalities.
So not a cat, but close enough to a cat that you didn't mind.
I love dogs. I really do. I love dogs. I hate birds. All other animals I love. love, love, love. I just happen to have a cat because it's much easier. And I mean, other reasons.
And everybody probably agrees with you about birds. I don't know, unless there's somebody who owns like a parakeet or something on this tribe. I don't know.
I mean, I hope not, because I would say that anyone who likes birds is a fucking weirdo, but sorry if you do.
There we go. We got Jim, Joanne with his hat,
Like, hi.
and hey, Meg, welcome back.
And I got the perfect shirt.
Yeah, it is
Oh, you
going to
can't
be
read
what
it.
it is.
Backwards. Whatever
No,
it
we
is.
You
can
can
see
read
it.
it. You can read it.
It's just backwards for you.
True. There you go.
So we'll just, before we kind of kick into questions and stuff like that, we'll just give everybody else a couple minutes to join here. I'm going to eat a French fry.
Meg, I was telling them that I saw the other Megan today and Louie. I'm explaining how Louie's really a cat.
He's a really cool dog.
Everybody's joining.
Hmm.
Hey, Sharon, you're muted, but how's it going?
Hey, sorry. I'm doing this on my phone for the first time. Usually I'm on my laptop, but drinking my like 5th glass of wine at this point.
So if it's shaky, it's because of the wine or because you're holding your phone?
A little bit of both. Oh, man.
The other folks are just saying they're having an issue getting in, so I'm just gonna have them try again.
I didn't have any problems.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Looks like you got 10, right? Yeah, 10.
Mariska says someone she's waiting for it.
And I wonder if they're for sure using the invites in this week.
Yeah, I used the invite from this week.
Okay.
Ian wants to know what the code is, but there's no code.
There isn't a code, right? Or is there?
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't think there was a.
There definitely wasn't.
I wonder if copy link. Let me see if I can try and send it.
Brutal.
That sums up today.
All right.
Yeah, Wayne just posted it for them to see. So
I posted it in it too, but I don't know if it'll work.
Nice hat, Jim.
I'll do that next time as well. I'll just add the link into the WhatsApp group as well.
Hello. All right,
Hey,
guys.
Mariska.
Did that work, Mariska?
Yeah, the second one did. I think I used the one who sent it. One Wayne sent for some reason.
Okay. I just copied and pasted from the email, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
if it would
so
work.
that's what I was doing too, Sharon, but it just kept saying waiting for someone to let me in, and it just kept spinning.
Oh yeah, that's what April said too.
we're waiting on Ian, John, and April, right?
And Ruth, right? Is she here?
Ian, John, and April are missing. Here, Ian's in.
Ian's in. It's
What's up, Ian?
I thought Ian and John were in already.
No, we were in a different one. If you clicked on the link for that was in the calendar, it took you to another one.
Oh,
you just need that. You need the code GQI-NOOR-PQE and go to Google Meet. You put that in, and it'll bring you in here.
Well, it's a different problem every week, so
That's okay.
I don't know what to do about it. Just So it looks like we're still waiting on John, but everyone else. Oh, there he is. He's here.
April's not there, right?
Oh, April, you're right.
Oh yeah, April was having trouble joining too.
There she is. She's coming.
Okay. Oh, Damien, where's Damien?
Oh, John joined.
Damien's still cutting his hair.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because there should be 16 people with you and Meg, right?
There you go. But it's also not mandatory. So if somebody can't join, that's not a big deal.
Graham Hamilton's in here.
Yeah, I know. What a
That's April.
what a creep. And then there's Damien. So we got everybody. So I first want, before we get into questions and talking about the game, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to you guys for helping coordinate the video. I know, I don't know who was involved with what. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just grateful for everybody for helping coordinate the video last week as well, or on the weekend, as well as the gifts that Chelsea dropped off today.
But I think that the video was just Brian.
Yeah.
But tell us about it. Tell us about the gift.
Yeah, so it was a microphone, which is, I guess, used for all this stuff, which I didn't get to set up or anything today, but I'll work on that and improve the audio for next time. And then there's also a nice hammock. So yeah, so I'm gonna work on setting that up, and then maybe next tribal I can be doing it reclined from a wonderful hammock, and I will be
with your mic in your hand.
Yeah, so exactly. So super grateful for that, as well as I know you guys put together some piled some money together that we can help me pay for the website, as well as I'll put it into an event that we can do at the end of the season to get everybody together. So this has just been awesome. Like just the way that this game has taken off so quickly with is just a big improvement even on past seasons, and I'm really excited just to see what we build off of this. It's been a really, really, really good start. And obviously I've been surprised.
Buddy. It's been good.
Well,
worked hard.
Well, you guys as well. And I don't know if I can take any more surprises, so just stop. And let me, because it's just too, I'm already running around like a crazy person every day. So I need to just relax for a little bit. So speaking of crazy people, tell me about the immunity challenge on Monday. How'd that go?
I thought it went well.
You know, I was super confident for 90% of that until the last 10 minutes.
Did anybody feel like they had the right answer right away, but kind of let everyone else move it to the 27th, or get you guys to decide on the 27th as the answer instead of the 28th?
If I remember right, I think Andre was the first one to say you know what, I think we got the wrong date, and at first we were just like, what are you talking about? Come on, no, we got this, we put it in the computer, I had a 208.3, but I didn't even put the connection together that those 0.3 would be extra hours into the day, so.
And I think David M also questioned that too. Are we sure it's the 27th and not the 28th?
But a lot of people were certain it was the 27th.
Yeah, and then there was a random September date thrown in there
Yeah,
that I was like, I didn't think it was that far into the year. My calculations, I'm like, it sits somewhere in that middle.
Dude, Google told me it was September. Damn you, Google.
Wayne!
Trust Google. We have to rely on our brain power.
Because Sasha said
I was just trying to help.
the amount of minutes in a whole year, which was 5 something, and so it was
5,600 minutes.
Right, and so it being 300,000, I was like, okay, somewhere in the middle of the calendar year. So when Wayne put September, I'm like, I don't think it's September.
Nice.
Well, and just so you guys feel better, both tribes got it wrong. Both tribes thought it was the 27th, and there was just a couple people on both tribes that thought it was the 28th initially. But then I think the frantic nature of those challenges didn't really give everybody the time to just kind of calmly work through the challenge together, or individually, excuse me. And then you know, and in the future on those types of challenges, you guys don't all have to agree, right? Like if one of the two tribes had just said, hey, look, we think it's the 27th, we think it's the 28th, and we're just going to vote those ways, whatever tribe had half correct answers would have won that. So, you know, right? So there's a couple ways to think about how you proceed with these challenges, right? But
because the tribe with the most correct answers. Not everyone has the correct answers.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
I thought if somebody had a wrong answer, the whole tribe lost.
No,
Yeah,
it's
true.
whoever has the most correct answers and finishes it before the other tribe.
And that's partly on me as well, right? Because there's been slight kind of changes as we've gone through these first couple weeks, and I'm trying to make it super clear that like the instructions on the challenge are just as important as the question itself, because like I need to try to find a way to accurately measure who answers when and in what order, and like so just you'll pretty much, especially with more difficult challenges, you'll pretty much always have the time to figure it out, right?
Mike,
so just get it right.
Damien needs you to let him join again.
Of course he does.
Well, he should use the I can't. Well, there's no pop up. Like I'm not letting him in. Can somebody else help him?
I haven't seen anything.
Or just post the link back in the.
I saw him leave the group, which I assume was by accident.
Like the.
So the link that Wayne posted worked for me, but
yeah, I resent it.
There you go. Thank you. So that's I'll let your teamwork figure that out. So so you guys ended up losing that challenge. Ian, how quickly did the talk shift into who we got to vote out this week after Monday night?
Well, once we figured out how we fucked up, yeah, I don't know. I think it happened fairly quickly afterwards. I mean, it's you're always kind of letting it go around your head, but no, I think we were just trying to. There's Damien. I think we were just trying to figure out how we messed up, and it was kind of one of those things that after we sent it in, and we were so proud to like get it all back in, and we're like, wait a second, we all answered wrong again, and it was just kind of like it was pretty brutal. But yeah, I think the last 24 hours has been. It's interesting listening to the last tribal and listening to the other tribe talk about all this stuff. Like, yeah, there's a lot of chat. Like, I don't know how we have jobs and families as well. It's difficult.
I don't know how you guys do it, honestly. It's like taking over life, and I'm like doing nothing.
Yeah, I had to go into work yesterday for. My boss was actually there for the first time in like the 2 months I've gone in by myself to do packages, the shipments. So I couldn't touch my phone for 3 hours, which was like so hard because I knew we had to vote today. So I was like, I was trying to figure out ways of like hiding, like still doing my job, but hiding with my phone and my earpod. I had a toque on with my earpods in my ear that they couldn't see.
That's amazing.
So Jim, how did you get the right answer on the immunity challenge and no one else did?
I mean, I answered 3 times. First, I answered 52,600 and whatever because I couldn't bring it up on my computer, so I saw that and I wanted to be on fast. And then everybody said the 27th, and I'm going 208.3. That would be into the next day, and then I didn't think about it, and then you did your post saying that it's still open and everything, and I was like, oh shit, it is July 28th, and so it was not by genius that it happened. Like we all collectively kind of mixed each other up all over the place, right? So I got lucky. That's it. So that's it. So,
right on. And that'll be a learning experience that the challenges portion everyone will get better at as the season progresses for sure. The voting is the part that never gets any easier. If anything, gets harder. So let me ask you, kind of Andre, how did you go about looking at this week and think and kind of deciding how you wanted your vote to go or who you wanted to work with?
Yeah, this week was tough. Work was pretty busy, and today I was pretty much completely MIA because it's my wife's birthday. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday, Andre's wife.
Yeah.
You mean you're probably giving your 9-year-old bath and letting her eat bugs?
Damien, your hair looks good.
Yeah, looking fresh. Sorry, Andre, we cut you.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. You know what? I think these last few days have been helped to sort of weed out who's truthful and who isn't truthful, and so that's sort of how I use the last few days, is sort of observing a little bit more as to what people are saying and connecting the dots to see if it's actually truth or not.
David Morris, did you find the same thing, that people were starting to be a little bit more shady this week?
Oh man, yeah. So I had a bit of a blunder today, but yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, it's not that people are being more shady. I think just for the bigger part, people are just playing a little bit more closer to their chests. And so when that happens, you kind of think the worst and you start reading into things a little bit. I don't think there were any, overtly shady moves. I just think the silence kind of made things a bit uncomfortable.
Silence.
Right on. Do you want to elaborate at all on your blunder, or you don't have to? But
yeah,
you left it out there.
I heard my name.
It was only out there for like 3 seconds.
It was, and it would have been faster. It would have been out of there faster, but I didn't know how to delete the message. But no, I think we were just kind of strategizing to see how we could pull April over to our team, and yes, we're strategizing, and then one of those messages kind of came out wrong.
Into the group chat.
What do you mean your team? Aren't we one big team?
So yeah, so strategizing going there, and it got out, and yeah, just bad timing for it to come out.
Right. Well, Survivor Hamilton has a history of people writing messages in the wrong group chat. So typically John House.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. Knowing John House.
He did it. I shouldn't talk about the other tribe at all, but he did it again this week, and it's too funny.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Come by it honestly.
So Cherie, how did you kind of go about looking at this week? And you don't know very many people, obviously, in the tribe, or potentially anybody. How did you kind of go about deciding who you wanted to work with and who you thought maybe not on this vote?
Honestly, on this vote, I didn't want to say much at all. I didn't want to be the first one to say a name. So I was really waiting down to like almost vote time on who I was going to vote for. Honestly, like I've been talking to everyone, not really about game too much, but just say hi, touching base, that sort of thing. But saying any sort of names, nothing from me.
I think we saw what happened with Silas last week. He was the one to put out somebody's name and got voted off, and we all got.
But it's electronic.
Do you think there's an opportunity to kind of watch some of the videos that we post for each tribe and learn from those?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ruth, before you joined the game, obviously, you and Sasha knew Meg. Did Meg? Did the advice that she gave you, did she prepare you at all for what's been going on?
She did. I tried talking to Meg about Survivor Hamilton the year she won, and I just remember her not explaining it or wanting to explain it to me, and I understand now why, because when I try to explain it to my friends, they sound nuts.
I know, same here. They're like, what are you doing?
And I guess she kind of warned us about how it would take over our lives, and it has.
Yes.
Thanks. Mariska, we were just talking about that a little bit on WhatsApp. Do you find the same thing, that it's taken over way more of your time than you thought?
It's honestly, it's crazy. Like, I know you tried to kind of give me a heads up as to what this was going to look like a little bit, but not this much. Like I was saying, well, the last few days have been a little busier personally. In general, it's just this has definitely taken precedence of my family and my friends. It seems like so. It's yeah, I'm that person that's now addicted to WhatsApp. So I'm gonna try and break, because this is driving me a little crazy.
Well, that's good. And, kind of once you guys build your, your stronger groups and alliances and things like that, like people will have to take kind of days off or take some time off to deal with personal things. And I think, once you kind of have some of those relationships built a little bit stronger, like that's, you kind of have to have each other's backs and support each other, especially on the challenges and things like that. But that's part of the game as well. Like not everybody is 100% on every day in the real game of Survivor either.
Night of the real game of Survivor?
Sorry, Sasha?
Isn't it the finale tonight of the real season 40 Survivor?
Yeah, it is.
It's on right now.
Oh, it's on.
Yeah.
Right now.
So sorry for anybody who's been dying to watch it. Hopefully everybody has.
Dying to watch it, Mike.
Oh, it's recording. Don't worry about that.
He's taping it.
I tape everything now. Like for Raptors games, I tape them. I look to see if we won. Oh, there's no Raptors right now. I look to see if we won, and if we won, I'll watch it. If we lost, I'm just not gonna. I'm not even watching it.
You're fake fan.
But yeah, my time's too important to spend on a lot of stuff.
You're actually really smart.
So John, you know some of the guys in the other tribe, but you had never played Survivor Hamilton before. Same question as I kind of asked Ruth. Like, do you feel like you were prepared for what this was going to be like, or?
No way, man. I thought they just talk about this game, and then, like you said, my wife thinks it's the most ridiculous thing ever. She's like, "So you're playing with strangers? Like, what are you talking about?" And she's just like, she just shakes her head. She shakes her head all the time when she hears. So yeah, I didn't really understand. They used to talk about it all the time, and I was like, whatever. I wasn't really with them all the time, so I didn't really get it, but I can understand now.
Well, maybe there should be a separate group for wives and husbands and partners, like a support group.
A support group.
Oh my God. I think in the future you should have a spouses edition where they're on opposite sides.
Yeah, it's already starting to happen.
Okay. That would be
good. I was going to say, yeah, April.
That's she can tell us what it is.
Yeah.
What's that?
We were talking about spouses potentially playing the game in the future together, but you're doing it right now. Do you guys, honestly, how much do you guys even talk about the game?
Quite a lot.
Thanks, Graham.
Never talk about the game.
But, I've played lots of games with you guys, and you're both really competitive. So I don't think that, I think that it's not necessarily you guys are super, super tight. It's you probably, there's a bit of wanting to beat the other one as well, eh?
When the challenges come up, a lot of us talked about putting notifications on our phones so we knew when we got the email or the message or whatever. But I kind of don't want to do that, because if my phone beeps a certain way, he's going to catch on and hit up the challenge before I get to it.
Right. Right on. So, Damien, you kind of missed some of the beginning part as you were getting back in, but did you feel obviously last week, or your last vote was really obvious. Everybody was completely down for voting Ross. Did you feel like anybody on the tribe this time put a target on their own back early, or made it easy on you in terms of who to look at voting for?
I feel like it was really tricky at first. There was a lot of silence, and most of my conversations I had with people were just because when people are messaging each other back and forth, it's clear redundant and you don't get anywhere. So it's a lot easier to tell when you talk to them on the phone, like what they're planning on doing or what they're actually doing. But like, I don't know if anyone really put a target on their back, but I feel like who knows what's going to happen in the next.
So what do you try to rely? Sorry, go ahead.
Nobody really knows what could happen in the next 10 minutes.
That's fair. So Sasha, what do you rely on when it comes to, giving your vote to a group of people or to somebody else? Like, what do you look for in terms of someone to partner with?
Just somebody that seems to be like really into the game, has some strategy, people who, have at least some sort of goal, not just like, oh, I have no idea who's going next. Like, at least there's some sort of method to the madness. But it's tough.
Wayne, do you find the same thing, that it's tough to work with people who don't seem to want to talk about their strategy or be really open with what they're thinking?
Yeah, definitely. I said it to a few players that, communication is something like 90% body language and facial expressions, right? So reading things over text, it's incredibly difficult to interpret that information and then to digest that information. So yeah, sometimes somebody will say something and maybe to them, they're thinking they're giving me information, but to me, it's absolute nothing, right? And I can't do anything with it. So instead of continuing to press them and maybe put pressure on them, I just ease back at that point and just kind of see where the conversation goes.
Does anybody feel like they're at risk tonight? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Ruth. I'll get to that question.
It was driving me crazy how silent everyone was being. So I was just being a chatterbox and really kind of pressful because I wanted to know where everyone's head was at. And yeah, I still don't know if there was a consensus group, or I don't know if there's a double agent out there or was bamboozled, but the person I voted for, I didn't necessarily want to. I don't think anyone did. It was really hard, but that's just sort of how the vote seemed to go, at least from my experience.
From your perspective,
yeah.
Mike, can I make a suggestion? Sorry. If everyone turns the volume down a little bit on their laptop or whatever device they're using, it will stop echoing in the chat, so you can hear everyone more clearly, and there won't be a disturb.
Can you do that?
Does everybody hear a bit of feedback, or is it?
It's because people aren't on mute. If you just go on mute when you're not talking.
That's fair. Sometimes I worry it's my headset too, right? Because mine's on all the time. So, but all the audio is coming from that. So going back to my last question. Does anybody want to volunteer and say that they feel like they're at risk or they're going to get some votes tonight? Because the votes are already in, so it's
I'm going to volunteer and put my name out there. There was a bit of a blunder this evening, and I think. I think we were kind of really split on votes going into the day. It was tough. Nobody stuck out. And, we made kind of comments all day, myself included, just, we needed to get the conversation started. And, leading into that final hour, I kind of gave everyone a really good reason to start talking. So that was... part comedy. It was just like the worst kind of blunder. But I definitely feel.
So you wouldn't be surprised.
The heat. Yeah.
Anybody else?
I will. I think I was definitely a target. So I had heard it. Obviously, that would be the case out there. Just being who I am and some other players in there. David, I wouldn't worry too much about, your kind of faux pas on it because the votes were all in. That was pretty much all. It was pretty much all done. So, stuff happens, right? So.
I thought it happened right as the voting period opened, which kind of.
a couple minutes before. But obviously, I think what Jim.
Well, Jim did comfort me with those words, so I'm gonna stick with Jim.
You'll take it.
Thank you, Jim.
I think it was all decided as soon as 7 o'clock came around. I bet all 14 votes went in there at 7:01, 7:02, 7:03, 7:05. So, I mean, we kind of had 2 days to figure out what each individual person was doing. So I mean, if you're undecided up until the last second, I would be a bit surprised with that. But Mike, you know that, and that's the kind of thing you can't tell, right? So that's cool.
Yeah, I think to that point, to start trying to shift a vote strategy at like 5 minutes after 7 based on a comment, like that could be gameplay as well, right? I could be like, oh, I just sent something out. Let's try and mess up, the vote. So, as much as it could very well have been an accident, like I think paranoia is real. Like, let's stick to the plan and let's not mess around. So, I feel bad that for David M that it happened, but it was a gameplay. Was it an accident? I guess we'll never know.
You and I are the only ones that saw, anyways, Ian. So
yeah, well, it was up and gone pretty quick. So kudos. I didn't know you could delete stuff.
I definitely
for an hour.
Oh.
I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. It's my mom's birthday today, so we drove out there to drop balloons off. And all of a sudden, my phone started blowing up, and everybody's talking about you. I'm like, what's going on?
He was just saying sweet, nice things. Don't worry about it, April.
Yeah.
I think for me, when it came to voting, like everyone has said, people were playing really close to their chest, and I really tried hard. I think yesterday morning and this morning to really get the ball rolling, and I felt a little bit more silence on most people's parts, and some I didn't even get a response at all. So I kind of had to factor in my vote based on the people that were willing to reach out to me and communicate to me and be willing to have that kind of relationship with me. Because obviously that's all I can go on at this point, this early on in the game, because we all don't really know each other that well. So my vote was more based on the consistent daily relationships I've had with people since day one.
Dave S., do you feel like there's a kind of a constant battle between trying to kind of lay low and stay quiet and not be the one pushing names, and then also trying to be active in strategy and be present?
That's such a struggle for me, especially since I know basically zero people. Yeah. So it's if someone comes to me finally and says something to me, it's do I trust them now? What have they been saying behind my back beforehand? So, getting used to this type of game, I had no clue coming into this game that it would be like this, and I'm just starting right now to realize, yo, this is a social game. You actually have to talk to people,
Dave, we're all feeling the same as you are. Or at least I'm feeling the same as you are.
People fear the beard, Dave.
No, you just you want to stay as low key as possible without sort of saying to yourself, oh man, I'm being a hermit now, and people are probably gonna look at me like I'm hiding something, right? Which I'm not. I've been so honest with the people that I've talked to, so I'm hoping that sort of gameplay will help me out and get me at least further than I expected to get during the first week. So
thanks. Does anybody have anything they want to add before I read the votes?
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
First, can everybody put up their hand if they have any regrets about their game so far? And that can include joining the game.
Ask my wife.
Ask my wife too.
Only one. That's pretty good. Not even David doesn't regret his little. Okay.
Don't ask my wife because you don't want any of that.
Good way to play. Okay, second question is, are you learning anything from watching the tribal councils with the other tribe? Is it informing your strategy for your game now and post-merge?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Definitely getting a lot of information from watching those videos.
So
and even the post-mortem that you have with whoever gets
the stylist. Yeah.
Just Silas.
That's all I wanted to know. Thanks, guys.
Okay, I have my candle ready.
Anybody else? I got the votes right here. Anybody else?
Let's
go.
Oh. Okay.
I will say one thing. Can I say one thing?
Yes.
I didn't realize how emotional I would get. And I did shed a tear last night.
I love it. Ruth.
So I don't know how this vote could go, but I didn't realize it would really get to me.
Okay. Well, thanks. That's very sweet. This is probably, they're only going to get harder from here. Let me say that. So you gotta toughen up.
Sasha, we're the only two that actually have.
I'm ready.
Sammy's got there. I appreciate this. Yeah, I like this trend. Okay, I'm gonna start reading the votes.
Do it.
And then the person who gets, so then after the votes, we can kind of say goodbye to the person who gets voted out, but then everyone else can drop off and we'll stick around with that person. Okay, just for a few minutes.
Sounds good.
I can only hold this so long.
Yeah, I'm putting my.
You can turn it on and off if you want. Okay, so I am going to start reading the votes right now. First vote, David M. Second vote, David M. That's 2 votes for David M. Third vote, David M. That's 3 votes. David. 4 votes, David M.
Okay, I can't hold this anymore.
Fifth vote, David M. That's 5 votes, David M. Jim. That's 5 votes, David M. 1 vote, Jim. I don't know what this is. 7th vote. Jim. That's 5 votes, David M. 2 votes, Jim. Next vote. Jim. 5 votes, David M. 3 votes, Jim. Next vote. Jim. 5 votes, David M. 4 votes, Jim. Next vote.
Oh shit!
Jim. We're tied. That's 5 votes, David M. 5 votes, Jim. Next vote. David M. That's 6 votes, David M. 5 votes, Jim. David M. That's 7 votes, David M. 5 votes, Jim. David M. That's 8 votes, David M. And that's enough. David M., you are the 3rd person voted out of Survivor Hamilton. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what else to say, but I always feel bad when someone gets voted out.
Mike, do you give the total
Blow
votes?
out the candle, buddy.
Yeah, I can. So it was, so it was 9-5. So I didn't have to read the last one, but it was 9-5. So I can see some surprised faces there. I can see some reassured faces as well. Hope this is a learning experience for all of you, no matter what side of the vote you were on. And thanks all for participating and for having a good week. And good luck tomorrow on your next immunity challenge.
Oh yeah, that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Very much tomorrow.
We take a day
Yeah,
off.
don't let you guys rest.
Ah.
What a time to be
You can have
alive.
Friday off.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
So
Bye,
thanks,
guys.
everybody. Enjoy the rest
Take
of
care,
the
guys.
evening.
Okay, you guys.
Bye-bye, Bo.
Have a good night.
Bye, David.
See you, Sasha.